Raising a child at the age of 1 year. There are a number of useful tips for raising a child at the age of 1 year, the most important of which are the following: giving the child things to put inside boxes and take them out to develop eye-hand coordination skills. Ask the child simple questions and respond to them when they are trying to talk. Constantly talking to the child, especially about different facts such as nature and the environment. Observing the things that the child does and talking about them with him, such as seeing the child filling a box and saying, "You fill the box." This practice makes the child happy and pushes him to inform his parents of what he knows about things, as it earns him self-respect. The stages of a child's development during the age of 1 year can be summarized as follows: 3 to 0 months, begins to smile and visually track objects. He starts playing and discovering his hands and feet. He cries over everything, but calms down and comforts when he is carried and comforted. He can raise his head when he is lying on his stomach. He starts making some sounds. 6 to 4 months, imitates the sounds he hears. He can sit on the sofa or chair when propped up. He starts rolling and jumping. He can perceive and touch things with his hands, and likes to put them in his mouth. 12 to 7 months, responds to baby songs. He plays a number of games such as hide and seek, knows his name, and repeats the words that are repeated in front of him. He can sit on his own. He is able to stand alone and take few and hesitant steps. His weight nearly triples from birth until he reaches 1 year, and in the 12th month it grows by 50%, or about 23 to 28 centimeters, and the size of the brain is about 60%. He eats food with his hands. He tries to put his clothes on and turn the pages of books. Either becomes a skillful crawler, or steps on furniture, or walks well without support. The child can be encouraged to walk by allowing him to move inside the house without assistance, not to carry him, and to arrange the furniture in a way that facilitates the process of grasping and moving from one place to another. He can hold small objects such as holding a raisin between his index finger and thumb, and can use some tools correctly, such as a spoon and a hairbrush. A child's sleep patterns change during the age of 1 year, but he still needs an average of 11 hours and 15 minutes of continuous sleep at night. But when he reaches 15 to 18 months, the child begins to give up his morning nap and takes only one nap in the middle of the day for approximately 2 hours and 15 minutes. That this period is a bit difficult, because one nap may not be enough and 2 naps will be too much. As a result, a tired child is unable to sleep well at night. 11 hours, and spends more time without sleep during the day. Once the pattern appears for 2 weeks, you can move to one nap with the possibility of taking other naps at times so that one nap does not exceed 45 minutes. When the child reaches the 1st year, he should sleep less during the day and for a longer time at night. Night terrors occur in up to 5% of children and are usually discovered at the age of 15 months, as it can be a frightening experience for parents and children where the child screams and appears anxious and afraid, and may not recognize his parents, and night terrors can be dealt with by following what comes. Monitor the baby without interfering with it. Ensure that the child is physically safe during the event. Make the child sleep early, even if it is only 30 minutes before his usual bedtime. Keep a sleep log to identify the child's sleep pattern and panic attacks. Awakening the child 15 minutes before the time he suffers from the seizure, but he should not be made to rise and wake up completely, but rather he must be lightly awake. To the stage of mumbling and rolling over in bed. Repeat the above for 7 or 10 consecutive nights. Parents discuss with the doctor during medical appointments to check on the health of the child at the age of 1 year about many things. During this visit, the doctor conducts several examinations as follows: weigh the child and measure it to ensure that the growth is at the normal rate. He talks about vaccinations such as chickenpox, Haemophilus influenza, pneumococcus, the third dose of the polio vaccine, the measles, mumps, rubella, and hepatitis vaccines. He inquires about how long the child sleeps at night and how long he naps during the day.